What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Zeiler, and today I would like to welcome you to a brand new installment as well as a brand new implementation here on the channel. And today marks day one of this new growing phase that I am now entering. It's been over a year and a half since I've had a real growing phase like this, and for the past several months, almost the past year, I have been trying to ready myself for this next growing phase. I've tried to get my training in a very good spot. I've tried to get my eating in a very good spot, and I've tried to pick up on good habits that are going to benefit me during this time where I'm looking to add weight. I'm looking to gain weight. I'm looking to add reasonable size. I'm looking to add strength. And in the coming weeks, in the coming months, I have no doubt in my mind that I will surpass every version of myself in the past. Going into this sequence, I feel I am in fantastic shape. I'm in a great place mentally. I've worked really hard to get there. I have a lot of things going on in my personal life that one day we will sit down and talk about them. But for now, you know, my focus is on bodybuilding. Building, sculpting this physique, adding quality tissue to this physique, improving weak points, and overall just creating something magnificent, because that's what this is about. That's what this is about for me. I'm a non-competitive bodybuilder. Not to say that I might compete. Who's to say that I may or may not compete one day? Right now, in the present day, I'm a non-competitive bodybuilder. And everyone always asks, like, what's the goal with this, Zach? Like, what's the goal? You're not gonna compete. What do you gotta look like that for? I didn't get into fitness to compete. I didn't get into fitness to, you know, peak. I didn't get into fitness to peak for one day out of the year or a few times out of the year. I want to have a warrior build. I want to sustain a warrior build at all times. Which, of course, realistically, you're gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days. But for me, I want to look good. I want to be this animal. I want to be this warrior 365. There are no off days. There are no rest days, so to speak. You know, it's figurative. But that's where I'm at with this. And I'm excited because I've dropped a lot of habits and I've picked up a lot of good habits that are going to benefit me in this growing phase. So I'm in a very good place right now, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. This gives me a little bit of motivation. It gives me some motivation to start, you know, sharing this journey. It gives me motivation to get back on YouTube at least every once in a while and update you guys on how training has been going. Now, my plan going forward is quite literally to take my sessions and to take each day as it comes, day by day. You know, make adjustments when I need to, back off on training heavy when I need to. It all depends on how I feel. I'm a very instinctive lifter. We're heading to the gym. I'm a little bit tardy today. When I go to this Toledo gym, they close at 3 p.m. on Sundays, and it's going on noon. In 7 minutes, it'll be 12 o'clock. And I usually like getting to the gym and having around 3 hours to play with, especially if I'm filming like this, because as you would imagine, filming your sets, setting up different camera angles, it takes up time, you know, minutes that inevitably add up during a session. So Today's plan, and since we're in the infancy of this growing phase, the plan itself is going to be to practice the fundamentals, to get well acquainted with exercises that I plan to get very strong with in the coming weeks and the coming months. So today it's going to be a volume workout. I wouldn't say that we're going to train like an absolute psychopath or anything like that. I do have a few minor, I wouldn't say injuries, I have a few minor tweaks that I'm working with, that I'm trying to work with right now. And so I'm being kind of careful and methodical about certain exercises and how hard I push myself. But let me just say that I have this feeling in my heart and in my gut that this time it's going to be different. That this time we're going to build something never seen before. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just really excited. And I don't want to get in the gym today. I don't want to get in the gym in these early weeks and fuck myself over and injure myself. So injury prevention is going to be huge. I may film some of my stretching in the beginning for you guys. Back day. We're going to touch back, lats, traps probably, maybe a little bit of biceps. And I'm going to show you guys my routine. And every time I check in with you guys here on YouTube, I hope to show you guys my routine that I'm in and that I'm trying to really get myself to follow. So I'm prepared today. I have an extra camera battery. I don't want to make this too long. So I'll check in with you guys in a bit. I just wanted to say that I thank all of you guys who are sticking around, checking in every once in a while. I do appreciate each and every last one of you guys. So with that said, we're going to pull up to the gym here in about 15 minutes. And I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, so to finish off the rest of this footage, I'm going to go ahead and do an actual voiceover. My apologies in advance, guys. I don't know what went on with my camera today, but it just went ballistic on me. From the very beginning of the video, you can see that I was planning on doing a vlog, you know, like a car vlog, and that was meant to be separate from the workout footage itself, where I plan to sit here and do a bit of a voiceover over some of the training footage. But as you can see, that did not go over well. Just the camera having issues with focusing, having issues with the lighting. I don't know. I tried my best today, guys, so it's what I had to work with. I promise to work harder to fix it in the future. So with that said, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, my training today. Nothing crazy. Like, we're easing into this shit. I felt a bit rushed in the gym itself just by getting there a bit later than what I wanted to get there. I had plenty of other exercises planned. In fact, today I was going to start entry-level deadlifting. Not that I plan on like deadlifting every back session or even every week for that matter, but deadlifts are something that I would like to implement from time to time, just to add some thickness in my erectors, in my mid-back, as well as my upper traps. And I find that when I'm doing heavy deadlifts, my cardio just improves. Being such a crazy full body exercise, there's so much recruitment that comes into play. And one of my shortcomings, admittedly, coming into this growing phase, is that my cardio isn't fantastic. I think that it's far from mediocre, but I could definitely look to improve my cardio in the coming weeks, which I do have a plan for. I've never been a guy who's big on walking on the treadmill, right, or doing the elliptical. If anything, I do enjoy the stair climber. Don't get me wrong, there are times where I will go on the elliptical or a bike or something. But for the most part, I get bored as fuck doing cardio, especially if it's something like sitting on a treadmill monotonously. I know I can watch YouTube videos or dinosaur documentaries in that time, you know, But I just prefer doing things like sprints, going to the track and doing sprinting drills, or maybe even doing jump rope, high intensity type interval training, calisthenic type stuff. It all depends, but I gotta capture some of that shit here on camera. I actually was like wanting to go run a mile. Let me rephrase that. I wanted to attempt to run a mile and record it for you guys to see what my time would come to, because, like I said before, guys, my cardio, it isn't the best. It's not like it was in high school when I was practicing with track, running every single day. I'm heavy. I'm over 200 pounds, 6 feet tall. I've added a lot of muscle to my frame. So even running or doing sprinting itself, it can feel pretty freaking awkward. When you got big ass arms and you're carrying, double D's for tits, it kind of weighs you down as you try to run, right? But that's definitely something that I need to incorporate, is a bit of cardio each week, just to keep my heart active and healthy, just to make sure that my lung capacity does not fall short to where heavy squats or those heavy deadlifts become extremely difficult to me. But as I said before, I'm taking this day by day. I am taking each day for what it is. I'm waking up in the morning and see what kind of aches and pains that I have, see how my joints are holding up. And as I said before, I have a couple of different tweaks, one of which is in my right bicep. And it's really preventing me from going crazy heavy and throwing weight around. I just really want to take my time with this and work my way up to the big boy weights as I get into, rowing 400 pounds for reps, deadlifting 500 pounds, squatting 400 pounds for reps, benching 300 pounds for reps. I'm going to ease my way into all of this. And I'm going back and forth internally with wanting to incorporate a little bit of strength training, or power building, if you will, which is something that I guess I've always done, something that I'm known for. You guys have seen. I like to lift heavy and incorporate very low reps from time to time. However, I'm only going to do that this time around when I feel like Hercules. When I wake up and I feel like I'm well rested, well fed, and when I feel like my mind is right to lift extremely heavy. Today you're seeing nothing more than activation, nothing more than going through several back exercises and me trying my best to have my mind to muscle connection at its peak. Even with these rows that you're seeing now, just instead of doing the entire stack for 3-4 sets of ugly, diehard, sweaty-ass psychopath sets, for lack of a better term, I am trying to be methodical. I'm trying to ensure that my back is moving the weights. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this type of training for just a few weeks. Just a couple of weeks of incorporating different movements. Like here I am doing dumbbell rows with the 115s. I'm pretty sure on a day where I do this fresh, I can do these for like 40 reps per hand. So that's how you know that I'm taking things slow. Like having a new girlfriend, you should always take things slow. Take that from me. You don't want to rush right into the good stuff. That's yet to come, and it gives all of us something to look forward to. But I just want to be a beast. I just want to remain athletic. I want to remain aesthetic. I don't want to be a 300-pound mass monster. And I have not weighed myself. Part of the plan was to get on the scale this morning and weigh myself to see where we're at, starting out, but I don't even feel it's necessary. What I am chasing is a visual improvement. In most cases, I am looking to add quality muscle. I'm looking to bring up weak areas and build the best physique that I possibly can, because in the hundreds of thousands of different timelines where, perhaps there's a Zach out there that is a competitive bodybuilder, I want to be competitive with myself. I want to be competitive with my theoretical best self. You know, a Zach out there that is working harder than me each day. A Zach that is training on days where I'm taking rest days, and a Zach that is eating properly, sleeping properly. I just want to beat myself. I want to do better than my yesterday self. And this time around in this growing phase, I want to go into this with an open mind. I'm trying to go into this with a different philosophy, so to speak. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see where we can get to. I think that we're in a very good place, mentally, physically. I plan on doing many more check-ins like this. I'm not saying that I'm going to do it daily, but at least at a weekly basis, I had better be pushing out content. If that's not the case, then you guys DM me, leave comments on my other forms of social media, and remind me to upload to YouTube. At least every once in a while, right? Like, I do plan on getting back on here. I do plan on, sharing this journey with you guys on at least a week-to-week basis. And I'm excited for that because I do know that you guys are going to see physical change throughout this process. And I would also like to just explain what my thought processes are, why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, as well as answering some of your guys' questions along the way. So if you wanted to do me a favor, if you would go below this video and to leave a comment, perhaps asking a question or asking me something to address throughout this period, whether it's about mindset, eating, training. It doesn't even have to be about any of that. It can be about my life outside of the gym, and I would like to touch upon these topics. But it definitely helps me when you guys come on here and you ask, because otherwise it's hard for me to think of things at times. It's hard for me to think about things to talk about, and especially when I'm on here on a 20-minute video. Who wants to listen to a dude rant for 20 minutes? In terms of training frequency, I am doing what has always worked for me, which I plan on training 7 days a week. Unless I run into situations where I feel like I have wear and tear that is just unrepaired, and I feel like I need to truly sit back and allow my body to rest or recuperate. But I am pretty strategic about this. If you guys have followed along for the past 15 years that I've done this, training 7 days a week. I am training every muscle group twice a week except for shoulders. I'm only hitting shoulders once a week. I'm a high volume guy, and I am a big fan of beating the shit out of the muscle. Like training to failure, extreme supersets, rest pause sets. And in the coming weeks, I am going to progressively increase my intensity and progressively increase the poundages at which I am training with on all movements around the board. And even today, in today's session, like I was doing the full stack on several different machines, and I surprised myself because I was like, man, Zach, I don't even have straps on right now, and this shit feels light. So we're going to be doing this for sets of 20 to 30 in the coming weeks. It's just exciting, like when you take a break from this shit for a while, the past year and a half, it's felt like I'm just kind of maintaining while slowly gaining, and it feels like a damn turtle race because we're just creeping along. So it's exciting to know that I'm going to be eating like a mofo again, implementing the proper and necessary tools. God, I can't talk. The necessary tools to really get the most out of this phase and this sequence that we are going through together, guys. So here we are, the current physique update. We gonna grow. Finish the workout off with some traps, with a couple of different sets of shrugs. And as you will see here in a moment, they actually turned the lights off in the gym for closing before I could even finish my workout. So, feels bad, man. With that said, I love you guys so much. That's it for this voiceover. I'm going to piece it together the best that I can. I had to do my voiceover on my iPhone instead of my microphone. So hopefully the quality of this sounds good. I'll check in with you guys in a minute. All right, real quick, because I am starving out right now. Cracker Barrel is my post-workout meal. I got 3 of these entrees. Cute. We got those are chicken tenderloins with macaroni and cheese, carrots, as well as a mashed potato. So I got 3 sides, and I picked up 3 orders of this, 2 of which I'm gonna eat tonight. The last one is for my lady friend. So I'm just showing you guys this before I go inside my apartment. I have a couple of things to do before I sit down and edit these clips and see how they turn out. I'm a bit cracked out from pre-workout, and as you guys saw, I actually stayed in the gym until they shut the lights off. Didn't get all of the exercises fit in today that I would have liked to, but nonetheless, we had a good back workout. So yeah, don't know if I'm gonna record much more from here. So just in case, let me just say that I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we have a lot more in store for you in the near future. So, this is Zeiler. Until next time, guys. I love you all so much. Peace out, bye.